offenders' hearts be stained. Bow down, offenders, hearts be stained. Such foul attaint may not be sublimed through gain-standing. Only with heads hung low is penance paid. O wretched mortals incapable even of contrition, in fitting season shall we reap our harvest. gifted this chance. And still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now? The darkness bends. He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto... Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us.
Let darkness fall! Nice try.
fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Kneel for us. last. For countless generations have we awaited this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try.
So why not leave it all behind?
Leave it all behind.
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
I yearn, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts?
What if it could all just go away?
Just go away.
Clive! None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Remember who you are.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield. Look, Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Muthos all along. The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
Damn it, Clive. Wake up. Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
And once again does my creation stray from the path laid before it. Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Muthos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering. And so the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking, and back to their origin.
Bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they? Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill!
Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here.
Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship!
I will be with you anon. Thank you.
I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine. And I'm going to need Otto's help.
Trouble with your gear, or... What do you want? That should do you. Should last you a good while. You can thank me later.
And?
Enthroned in sable sky.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Is this the last of the mother crystals, do you think? Or could there be others buried out there?
There's nowt like a fuck-off crystal hanging over the horizon to sour your ale.
Sid! Look what said they were all the... Have you had one?
Something smells good.
Bombs! And they are...
Eh? A bloody great hole in it. Who...
It's...
Origin, he called it. But the origin of what?
What is it? It's the end, is what it is.
Did you know that it was I who convinced His Imperial Highness to join you in stone here? All right, it may be that he was of a mind to do so already, but it was I who told him where you'd be.
I have wronged so many. Ruined thousands of lives. I did not deserve to be saved. But save me, you and your brother did. Your uncle, too, forgave me my sins. Offered me a chance at redemption. Yours is a fine family, Ifrit. Cherish it.
still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing.
It's a long story.
Right.
Is this everyone?
As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder, and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canberra is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we gonna manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset.
Unless you've taught our chocobos how to fly, I won't be scouting.
There is much to consider. consider.
Believe me, Clive, I would fly with you to Origin, nay, to the end of the world. If I could. Alas, my fear of heights.
Do you think they'll come back?
Of course they will. It's just a big crystal.
I did it, Sid. I made friends with all the animals in the hideaway.
Say what you will. Karen has seen ourselves have.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are. And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come. You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left. And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Take as much time as you need, brother. Something tells me Ultima will wait.
Say your farewells, and let us be gone.
It's him, I tell you.
Believe me, Clive, I would fly with you to Origin.
Good morrow to you, my friend. Go safely.
First the skies, then the crystal. What next? The advent of great green darkness.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten any.
Clive? Do you have a moment?
Of course. Always.
I wanted to give you something.
Is this?
I stitched it from the cloth you gave Hortense. The piece she said you liked best. I told her I used to enjoy needlework, but I didn't think she'd remember.
It's beautiful, Jill. You didn't have to.
When I was very little, I recall my mother telling me that young ladies of the court would give knights ribbons from their hair before they went off to war. I still wear mine, so I made you this instead. Red is the color of passion, the fire in your heart. Fierce and bright, it binds you and your brother, you and your friends, you and me.
Our bond. May it never be broken.
And may it ever bring you back to me. I will always, always be here.
Thank you, Jill. Something tells me this is no myth. What is it this time, Torgal?
Say what you will. Maybe Karen has seen our son.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved.
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. Sadly, but I do know...
I thought he was...
He was, and as...
Of course, yeah.
And he's a Havel as always. I extol you, don't mind.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to...
That's the...
I'll leave for Randalara. Would you send a Stola?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Down...
Excellent.
No.
Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's... not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will. Or something akin to it.
His will? How? Where?
In the crypt, beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but... would you join me?
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
Sid.
By all means.
It's my old master and something else.
How did she...
Finding bearers, and it seems the cells of Balmung Dar, and even better for her.
Leaving the bearers...
Sid, and while I'm well aware that I can't let those bearers...
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate.
Does that mean...
I'm making an accept, and we stay no longer than we have to.
Thank you, Sid. Chadwick. The thought of him helped.
He must be very important.
He was.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison. We should head there as quickly.
As do I, Dor.
How long has it been since the jailers of Balmung abandoned their charges?
Sid, I was wondering if...
It depends what we're...
A bearer. But as you know,
I don't mind.
Because our ranks are filled with scouting. And since he accompanied...
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee...
One can never have two...
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending and that he is to proceed.
No time like the present.
No time like the present.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Twin sides hundreds of leagues away.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to...
Thank you, but...
Please, it's only right...
You are alas, I spoke...
If you say so.
But this book...
All this time, my heart has wandered hither.
Clive? Be seeing you, Clive.
What do you think happened to...
Sid! You have to help us!
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No? Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stonehere.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Whatever should I write next?
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid.
Of course.
It is an honor. My name is... I wish...
No, I will not send... Why would you want...
I need to... I was... Or rather, it was not... We were taught, and fewer...
I can't imagine.
I lost. But they must... The inst...
You were a good... But the fact remains... Sid. Too dangerous. I'll go to...
You will...
I won't let you... You can stop.
Do you suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
What else could it be? Has Mididol mentioned a new...
Mid.
That's it! If this does...
To the sky. You aren't trying...
What else would I...
The children seem to think you... Is this...
The Enterprise... But what if she... It's not fair. The fallen happened, not me. Well...
And is that a...
Are you volunteering? Well, first I'll need oil, then I'll need some bone.
If it's beast bones you're after...
No, they'll know...
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well. Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
Clive, my boy.
Hippocrates, I've been charged with...
And you seek one who's...
Right as all, but she didn't...
And yet I get... Clive, I fear...
The executive...
Coveted a a tale which... Or...
How is it that I...
Why they lurk in the...
Which would explain...
By the hand of the...
But what drives them?
Fine question. Sadly, you may just assume...
In my hunt, what was Vivian expect?
Not from thin air. Rumours of the executive, but rather less... alas, but though he did not mention it by name, if you were, by some chance, a...
Very well. I'll be sure to pay...
You all right? You off then?
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
price.
Only if you want. Mid needs a piece.
Most bones are this. If it's durable.
I do. Well, any old Adam.
Well, but don't expect to make.
I'll keep that in mind.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye?
Azure might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now.
Your town needs you.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the town was left, and though my dear, so I was wondering.
Of course.
Thank you, Clive. Philippe told.
Where can I find...
Here, my lady. To whom do I...
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure. I wish to speak...
Very well. I trust you'll forgive...
Absolutely.
Please.
As you know, indeed, for continuing to... Yet I fear he must be made...
And who?
I would. Were you to join...
Does that not...
Drastic act my father would have... But he is wrong. Scornful of... But he cannot be... We must...
Fight him. Respectfully, while I understand...
False hope. But I see that you're my... If you will... I bid you good...
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. Which may be enough to... This is all about her.
Family.
I'm sorry. Ah, yes. But perhaps it's better that...
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot...
Your town needs you. I need you. But the Duke would have me clapped in irons.
Saw the captain just now.
What does the dame have to say about it?
So you are content to abandon the people to their fates?
I'm not abandoning anyone to anything. Look, I'm sorry.
Please, if you were a true...
That's exactly what I'm trying to, at least.
Even when our true... Fine. Thank you so...
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in it. Like father, like daughter.
She made an uninvited, hoping to convince the dame to join her.
I bet. Anyway.
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome...
Oh, right, as always. We've had some reports.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm anything.
Right.
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings...
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the...
Ambrosia. Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town. Call that a test.
Clive! Are you alright?
I am. I dispatched the few.
Well, there's something. But what were they doing south of... We might be able to affect...
Do you have eyes in the...
Some. You head back to the north.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship stirring up...
What? I'll do what I can. Be careful out there.
Don't worry, I'm not...
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope They are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griega.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, but...
Cats are said to bring our wounded here.
Merciful creature.
Faster!
So many of them.
Not for long. Is it over? No. It's only just begun. That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Clive.
And you. The road to Or. How did you and your...
Oh, we ended up...
Glad to hear it.
I thank you both.
You were right. And I had thought that without it they would drift apart. But you, not by force, nor by simply being one of...
Our purpose was ever this... You were merely distracted.
As did you. His radiance said, I forgot that.
I'm sorry. I should never only wanted you to how I...
Do not blame you. I should have listened.
Your Eminent, but I believe we all want, and we may yet. Will you join us?
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Eminent. Now that that is settled, and today there are more...
Madam Isabel is a rare soul. I see.
You're right.
Forgive me for saying. The dame said it, and that goes for you. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said.
Well, since there's nothing, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
There's no need to worry any longer.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'll be happy to mount. Don't mention it.
Oh, but I'm not...
Tell me, but I sense you... For you, madame.
I was Carla, so sort of lass. For naive, I fell in love with him. He was my master after they discovered, and so we fled. Not that we had it until we found... It was the veil that fed us. Those that could be healed.
He passed away.
He did. But at least we were able... It was the greatest... But the generosity of this... The men and women of the... Though I was still a stranger. And so I swore that I would repay.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing it.
Perhaps never stop fighting, and I shan't. I know that it will not. The people, the soldiers, all united in defense of this. And what of you? Can we count on you?
Always.
We have brought Northreach together. Now the... fight begins to keep her together.